What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, two-time light heavyweight world champion and undisputed light heavyweight world champion, Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol absolutely destroys the World Boxing Council, better known as the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman and board of 32 members for their corruption in the sport of boxing. There's no other way to put it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The 34-year-old Dmitry Bivol had his first two fights with former multi-time light heavyweight world champion, former undisputed light heavyweight world champion, Artur Beterbiev. Bivol, 24 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 12 wins by way of knockout, 6 foot tall with a 72-inch arm reach, has had 2 back-to-back fights, the fights that we wanted to see, with Artur Beterbiev, who is 21 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 20 wins by way of knockout, 40 years of age, 5'11", with a 73 and a half inch arm reach. They fought October 2024. Then they fought February of this year, 2025. The first fight, Dmitry Bivol lost a majority decision. The second fight, Dmitry Bivol won majority decision, right? Identical scorecards. Now they're going to have the trilogy. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is looking to set the trilogy up in like June or July. But undefeated two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, now light heavyweight title contender, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, David Benavidez comes to 175. And David Benavidez puts himself in position to be the mandatory for the WBC title. And David Benavidez, who is 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 24 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach, is now elevated to the WBC world champion, as Bivol has been stripped. Make no mistakes about it. He has been stripped because Mauricio Suleiman and the board of 32 members are trying to make up for the blunder that took place at 168 with David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez. They didn't strip Canelo Alvarez. They didn't warn Canelo Alvarez. They didn't make no action against Canelo Alvarez. And David Benavidez was his mandatory for years. They took no action against Canelo Alvarez. They refused because he represents the cash cow. So they were not going to do that. David Benavidez got tired of it, moved to 175, and they stripped Bivol the first time Bivol gets the belt. He just won the belt in February. This is April. They already stripping him. Not even a full 2 months later, they stripping Bivol and handing the belt to David Benavidez because Benavidez is the mandatory. Instead of allowing Dmitry Bivol to have his trilogy with Artur Beterbiev, one more fight, and Benavidez gets the winner of that fight. One more fight, and they're looking to fight in June or July. Quickly, right? It's not even like they're dragging it out, which means either way, he's not fighting the winner anytime soon. So they awarded him the WBC title, but you're not fighting the winner, the best 2 fighters in the division, until the fall. Either which way it goes. If they fight the trilogy, you're not fighting the winner to the fall. If Bivol got stripped, you're still not fighting the winner to the fall because they still going to fight each other. And you robbed Artur Beterbiev of his opportunity to becoming a 2-time undisputed light heavyweight champion. And just 2-time undisputed champion overall. You have stripped Artur Beterbiev of that opportunity. And he has held that title for years now. And represented it in good faith. Artur Beterbiev did. For years, Artur Beterbiev has been holding the WBC title. He beat Artur Beterbiev. See, now, let me show y'all. Remember, Alexander Gvozdyk beat, back in 2019, Alexander Gvozdyk beat Donna Stevenson in December of 2018. Okay, he defended the title. Remember, Adonis Stevenson was the champion, the WBC champion. He beat Adonis Stevenson in December of 2018. He defended it against Ngumbu. He knocked him out in the 5th round. Then he went into the unification against Artur Beterbiev in October of 2019. Artur Beterbiev knocked Alexander Gvozdyk out in the 10th round in October of 2019. He's been holding that belt for 6 years. 6 years Artur Beterbiev has held the belt, right? And he has defended it successfully 6 times and handle his mandatories, right? And he takes one loss, lose the belt, and the WBC doesn't even have the decency and the respect to allow him to regain the belt. Keep in mind, Dmitry Bivol has never held the WBC belt until February. Artur Beterbiev held the belt for 6 years and successfully defended it for 6 years. He takes one loss and they immediately strip him. Canelo Alvarez goes up in weight to challenge Bivol, loses to Bivol, comes back down. They don't strip him. They don't strip him. Benavidez is the mandatory. They don't strip Canelo. He held the WBC title for all these years. Canelo did. He held the WBC title since December 2020. 1 year, the same year, 1 year after Artur Beterbiev won it, Canelo won it. They held it almost the same amount of time. Canelo went up in weight, left the division as the mandatory was Benavidez. They didn't strip him. Comes back down in weight, fights a trilogy. They allow Canelo to fight a trilogy as the undisputed champion with Benavidez as the mandatory against Triple G, who wasn't even in division. Then they allow him to fight John Ryder instead of fighting Benavidez. They don't strip him. Then they allowed him to fight 154-pound Jamel Charlo. They didn't strip him. Then they allowed him to fight Jaime Munguia. They didn't strip him. So Bivol and his team goes in on the WBC, and Mauricio Suleiman tries to clean it up by saying this. Like they're going to take the high road. They don't understand how he's, the Bivol's upset. So this is what Mauricio Suleiman had to say. You see his quote right here. This is him. Right there. I'm going to read it to y'all. Right? He says, I have just received a cold and impersonal notification from Dmitry Bivol's lawyer, Patrick English, with arguments that are so ridiculous that I rather not discuss, informing the WBC that Dmitry Bivol has decided to relinquish his WBC light heavyweight championship. We wish Bivol success and hereby confirm David Benavidez as WBC world light heavyweight champion. They're trying to make up for what they didn't do with Canelo Alvarez. That's what they're trying to do for David Benavidez. It's nasty work. And Dmitry Bivol should have ripped him. He should have destroyed him. This is the politics and the nasty work in the sport of boxing that we need to do away with. Period. Period. But that's all I got for y'all, man. So Bivol and Beterbiev are still going to fight trilogy. And now David Benavidez was offered a fight with Caleb Smith, right? This is what's bizarre about this. He was offered a fight with Caleb Smith. He turned it down. They was going to make Caleb Smith David Benavidez on the undercard of Bivol Beterbiev. He turned it down. He's elevated. Now who is he going to fight at 175 and defend the titles? that's on the level of Caleb Smith. Because you're not getting Beterbiev Bivol. So who's he going to fight? Exactly. It makes 0 sense. 0 sense. You could have fought Caleb Smith. It's a high-profile fight. Make a bag. And then get the winner. Now what? So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.